Hi everyone, it's Cassie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel for another video. Today we're going to be playing with the Spellbinders with Love Regalia die. And as I always say with dies like this, they kind of look intimidating, but once you get started, they're so much fun and they're so beautiful. So there's a couple different pieces to this one. You can use these separately, I suppose, but together they make a really cool banner. And then you have these very intricate pieces in there that just cut out the intricacy, but put those three pieces together and you get this beautiful banner. I imagine you could probably cut that out several times. It's just now coming to me, and you could make a whole banner. Then we have this piece that's three pieces and it has the words with love. Then you have all these gorgeous dies for flowers, and so we're just going to jump right in. I went ahead and die cut out my separate pieces for this top part. So I've got some cream for the background. I combined the middle piece and that outside cut with a blue cardstock to get us that piece, and then I die cut out the with love out of some cream as well. I'm going to pull in this Susan's Garden Ultimate Toolkit. It's amazing. It's got so many tools in there, but we're just going to use these reverse tweezers for now to hold my die so that I can put a little bit of glue back there and I can glue down the words with love. So I love, again, how intricate and beautiful these die cuts are, and I had zero issue with them die cutting everything out. So they do a great job, and my plates have been used. So that really did not matter. I didn't have to use a shim or anything. It worked great. And then I'm going to tack this down to the base. And then we're going to pull out the next pieces. So what I did is I combined those three dies for the banner, and that gave me this piece. And then I combined just the outside pieces to get our bottom cream piece. And I'm going to attach down the top layer to this cream colored layer, just using some liquid glue in some prominent areas that I just want to make sure that it doesn't stick up. And then I'm going to let that dry. And then when that's dry, I'm going to see how those kind of look together. It's going to be fun. And then the next thing I did was I went crazy die cutting out a bunch of the little pieces for the flowers. This is so therapeutic and fun to just piece these together, and the possibilities are just so, I mean, there's so many for combining these flowers. I just chose a color palette that I liked. These reds, the rust color, the mustard color, and then I'm just going to go ahead and glue these pieces together and kind of just make some little flowers that I really like. And then I used a darker blue or green color for our flower stems. And then now I'm going to start piecing those little petals that I made, the little flowers, and put those on top of our stems. And like I said, the possibilities are just, you could just go crazy. So I'll put down this little piece there, and then I'm going to grab one of the little blooms, like a bud, and put that down on this one. And then there's some other little green pieces that you can add, and it adds another bit of dimension and another bit of like little bits that you just didn't think of, these little details that are so great. And I'll stick those on top of each other, but you can mix and match and just have a grand old time, which is what I did. I think I was jamming out to some music and just making flowers. So there's the three that I came up with, and I do have a couple extra little pieces that I'm just not going to use, but my flowers are ready. I grabbed out some pattern paper from my stash. I have no idea what this is called. It's just been in there and it's probably like a decade old. But I wanted something neutral that did have a pattern, so that's going to be my background. And I cut that down to 4 inches by 5.5 inches. And when I'm happy with kind of playing around where things are going to go, we're going to start tacking everything down with a little bit of liquid glue. I'm going to put the banner piece down first. And then I decide with the with love piece, I want that to be popped up using some foam tape. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little foam tape all over the back of that, peel off that release paper, and then we'll stick that right on top of our banner. I love how that looks together. And then we're going to take our flowers and piece those on there. So I was thinking, as I'm looking at this, you could probably make 2 of those bottom banner pieces and stick them together side by side, like that top part on what I'm showing you. And then you could make a slimline with it. That would be kind of fun to do. I may have to revisit this because I'm totally enjoying this. And then what I did with these flowers is I decided I really wanted the blooms to be popped up. So I'm going to put a little foam tape behind the big bloom. And then I'm just going to use some liquid glue on the rest of the pieces so that it'll actually still be attached down, but the bloom itself will be popped up even more. So I'm just putting that on the back of those big blooms. Peel off that release paper, stick that down, and then use our liquid glue on the rest of the pieces. And then use the stamp block just to make sure that it's down and nothing's poking up while I get the other piece ready. And so on this one, same thing. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think you could have a lot of fun with this. Or make a banner. How cool would that be to just make a banner? And then you could put these little flowers all over it, hang it from your fireplace. I did get a card base out. We cut this down to 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches and scored it at 4 1/4. It's some more of that cream cardstock so that everything kind of ties together. And then I'm just going to use some liquid glue on the back of this to adhere this down to our card base. And putting this down because it was 4 inches by 5.5, I'm going to have a little bit of a cream border on the left and right hand side. And then because the With Love I felt like wasn't really standing out, I did die cut it out of some of that mustard cardstock that I used for some of the flowers. I thought this made it pop even more, but I just could not stop there. Once I get this down, and it, using those reverse tweezers made it super, super easy. And the liquid glue, so that way I had a little bit of wiggle room, just to make sure that it's covering up that cream piece behind it. Again, I couldn't stop here, so I did decide to bring out some crystal glossy accents. I'm going to use these glossy accents and just trace over the words "with love." And when I am done with that, that's going to finish off our card for today. But just watching this video as I'm doing this voiceover, I've got so many other ideas for this die. I just think it's fun, and I love the intricacy of it. It's just so, so pretty. So if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button and definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. I do have a blog post that goes along with this if you'd like to take a better look at those pictures. So I'll have that linked down below. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.